T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm about to review this Marvel Legends vintage Spider-Man. Or I should say vintage style Spider-Man. This packaging is reminiscent of the Spider-Man the Animated Series from the 90s. It's awesome. Super retro nostalgic. The only problem that I can see with this thing already is there are no wall crawling hands, an unmasked Peter face with a smile, an unmasked Peter face with like a frightened face, and some webs going around like that. And maybe a hand that can hold the webs. This will be the ultimate figure. All they would have had to charge was like $25. Or I'll let them go up to $30 if the 2 extra head sculpts and the webs would have cost too much. But I swear I've received $20 Walgreens Marvel Legends that had all of that stuff in here. But anyhow, let me open this thing because I just been waiting to open it. Oh, look how they did it. No, it's not going to be that easy. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Alright, here's Spider-Man out of packaging. And this has been a Spider-Man that I've been waiting for a minute. And it does have some improvement. It has one improvement that I've been asking for probably 3 or 4 years. I appreciate that. It doesn't have one thing that I thought they would try to implement. And then another thing they decided to improve upon doesn't quite work out the way I like it. Or doesn't quite work out the way I think it should have worked out. So let's deep dive into that. To get this out of the way, he does come with an alternate head that has the more squintier eyes. Maybe he's focusing, or maybe you like squintier eyes. And of course he has the optional flipping hands or web shooting hands because he comes with fists. Surface level, this guy looks a lot like these 2 bodies right here, which have been my favorite 2 Spider-Man like for the past few years. Like, I mess with these more than anything else. This has been my go-to Spider-Man because the Pizza Spidey had a lot to be desired to me because I don't like the legs. I don't know why they didn't give him boot swivel and the hips pop out like that, just like this guy right here, who got me to continue collecting Marvel Legends. And then I realized all of them weren't as posable as this one. But I think it does carry over some of the same parts, like the hip. The whole leg appears to be the same. Even the foot appears to be the same. And the arms, let me look at the muscles real quick. It looks like the arms are the same, but the whole torso is changed. To refresh your memory on their articulation, they have the regular, just straight up waist rotation, and the ab crunch with the clicky clicky click click right there. This Spider-Man actually has a new improvement that I've been wanting since they made the 12-inch Spider-Man. 12-inch Marvel Legends, sorry. It actually has the ab crunch actually in the abdomen. So it actually bends down there. I've been wanting that because I like the way that looks. Plus the ball in the upper torso, or the diaphragm area. I've been wanting that forever so that you can get those good, dynamic, realistic looking poses. That they were posable and good, these 2, but they weren't able to get the realistic range of motion that you would see in a premium action figure. I said they made 2 changes to the articulation that we don't normally have, this being one, but I forgot to add that they put drop down hips, which I've been wanting forever. So you get a lot more range. Like normally they can kick up this much and then you have to twist around the hips, but you don't have to do that no more because you can just drop it down and kick up even more. I mean, if you twist it around, you still get even more range, which is good. And then add it to this, and that is spectacular. That brings us to the last new improvement, the neck. When I saw the slit in the back of the neck, because they said they changed the neck, I thought it was still on a disc hinge. So you could go up like that. But really, it's a double ball post. And double ball posts work good in characters that actually has like the ball post down here too. But it's just a post in there that can give him more wiggle this way. But depending on how you have his head, when you angle it back, you get a whole bunch of gappage right there. And when you turn it a certain way, you get gappage just like it's floating. So I don't really like that. I just would have liked the cut, I guess, with how they did it before. Or like, where did I put them at? Here we go. They need to just implement this right here, where it's on a hinge so he can look up and down, but they have the ball going up into the neck sculpt. And you do this. Now, I thought they didn't want to do that on something like this because they didn't want to break up the sculpt, but it doesn't matter because this guy is showing complete flesh down here, and they broke that up. Like the bottom of his neck is showing, and it's still okay. People don't care. Well, I don't care. I don't care about all that sculpting. I love articulation. Do whatever you need to get the articulation, except putting like lines or something so they can move the eyebrows or something goofy like that. I might as well go ahead and finish off the articulation. It's warm in here, so please bear with the white noise in the background. But the arms crunch in a lot better than the Pizza Spidey, thank goodness. You have the butterfly joint that goes all the way crazy back. Bicep swivel, of course. The arms go out that far on that hinge. Double hinged elbows. That, depending on where you bend it, that determines where the range is going to be. It seems to be that much. And of course it has wrists to go in and out like this, and swivel both these hands right here as well. And he seems to be just red plastic with the paint, blue paint on top of it, and not all fully painted like Pizza Spidey. I showed off that you get this much spread right there, unless, and that's super good. I already showed most of this, but you do get the thigh swivel, the double hinge, knees, boot swivel, feet that go all the way freaking back and even come forward a lot, and ankle pivot. That's awesome. And peg holes on the bottom of the feet. But yeah, I like him. I really like him a lot. I wish, like, for the past 4, maybe 5 years, I've been saying that if Hasbro, however long the 12-inch action figures existed, I was like, if Hasbro implemented that type of articulation, and the one piece before I forget, if they put the toe joint in there, give us the toe joint, fix this to give us just the ball going up into the neck right there, and you can keep the hinge at the top instead of this ball post. Give us the same type of neck the G.I. Joe figures have, but make sure you definitely cut it up so that he can look all the way up. Spider-Man's known for looking up. Give us that. Give us the toe joint, and the arms do what they need to do. The legs do what they need to do. All of this does every freaking thing it needs to do. But those 3 things, the toe, the ball down here, and just the regular disc hinge, and put some more accessories in there. Like that box had room, I said this at the beginning, had room for some wall crawling hands like Pizza Spidey has here. These work for surprise poses, and let me just show you this if you haven't watched anybody else's reviews. The pegs are different. So if I want to use these hands for, come on, focus, there's too many people back there. If I want to use Pizza Spidey's hands for this guy, I would have to permanently shave that, which would mean it would not fit into Pizza Spidey's hands, because look at that. So that's unfortunate. Well, one good cool thing, on days where I do want to use this body right here, this head is the reuse of the Spider UK, this new head does fit on this body and looks way freaking better. Plus, I could just use this one for this body, and that is way better than the big jawed Spider UK head that always looked too big on this. And while we're swapping heads, I might as well put this head on the new body, since I haven't done that. And I'm putting the wrong hand on. But here's what this head looks like on this body. It's not too much of a problem. It doesn't really look like he's squinting. That's just a different Spider-Man look. And to show you, this hand can only go in about that first ridge, and then it's hanging out if you don't want to modify it. So yeah, I mean, you might be able to, depending on how you have the camera angle going on, you might be able to get away with it a little bit, but not too much, unless it lets you see this right here. So this is what's giving you the pivot, and it goes back that far because it's another ball all the way down there. Like I said, if the neck was cut out, this would be awesome, and you can move the neck with that ball. That would be freaking awesome. Like, they don't even have to put a separate ball post. Just give a free moving neck that can move with this whole situation. So yeah, no, I still would want, let me show you Destro's, just in case you don't know. Like, here's Destro's neck right here. So he has that ball down there, but you get this functionality, which I really like, and that stops that head from lifting off situation that this new Spider-Man has. But he still has tilt on the ball at the same time as the tilt right here. Love it. But anywho, let me show you my collection of Spider-Man people that are 6 inches tall and get this over with. As I was saying, this is a collection of all of my Marvel Legends, and I even threw my Marvel Select Spider-Man back there. They're 7 inches tall. And my Mezco Spider-Man right here in there, because he's 6 inches tall. But these are all of my spider people. I did have the stealth suit from Far From Home, but I gave that to a kid. I didn't want it anymore. I never got this version of the suit for Marvel Legends because I was like, I'm getting the Mezco, so what's the use? And he wasn't even necessary for the Build-A-Figure piece. I feel like there's probably somebody else, and this isn't all the Spider-Man people that I own action figure wise, because I do have like Mega Block Spider-Man. I have the 18-inch Spider-Man 2, the one that's 64 or 67 points of articulation. I have a couple Marvel Universe or 3 3/4 inch Spider-Man, and I don't know if I don't have, oh, you know what, I do have the Pizza Spidey face. Yeah, I don't have a regular Peter Parker face anymore because I sold my Mary Jane and Peter Parker set. Now the Pizza Spidey body, like I said, is fully painted, so it's way glossy and shiny, and this head is a little bit less glossy and shiny, so you can get away with it a little bit. But yeah, there you are with this. And here's a size comparison against a couple of villains if you wanted to see that. But yeah, it's a good figure. Can't complain about it too much. I'm just greedy, and I would have wanted more accessories like wall crawling hands, and they could have threw some webs in it. I would pay $25 for some wall crawling hands, those webs they've been making forever, and an unmasked Peter Parker face. I would like 2 unmasked, maybe one with the mask rolled up onto his forehead and he has a shocked face, and another one with just a smile face for $20 to $30. That would be awesome. I would buy this friggin' again if they gave me that. Toe joints. But anywho, thank y'all for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time. Oh yeah, now I got this from Nate's Toys and Collectibles. There's going to be a link in the description for where you can get at him and see what other stuff he has, and see if he might be able to have some more of these. Anywho, thank y'all for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos.